Good afternoon. This is Bernie Mitchell. We're going to be looking at the gold market. If you've been following the gold market, it's had some pretty strong moves over the last couple of weeks, both up and down. You can see from the chart here, we've had this big up move, and it actually stopped what we call our 233 line, which is one of our Fib progression ratio bands that we use. And from there, from that top, we start a protracted move down, bounced off this moving average, which is what we call our exponential line, had a nice little move up. Finally, it cracked that line, and then it held our main trend line, which is the yellow line. We call that our main 89 line. It held it for a whole series of bars, about 6 or 7 bars, and finally it broke under it. Came back up, tried to touch the line, couldn't get over it, and then it started heading down. Okay, so we're going to pick up from that point, and we're going to see where this market bottomed and where we want to actually figure out a place to get short. Okay, market's still making new lows. Okay, finally, we're going to, this low was put in. We had a series of sideways moves here. We're going to now run our trend line from the high bar to the low bar in our trade station. This is called our Fib Cluster Quatro software, and we connect the trend line between the high bar and the low bar. We open the trend line up and turn status to on, and then close it, and immediately 4 horizontal yellow lines pop on the screen. These are our resistance lines. This first line is lower resistance, then we have what we call SP resistance, upper resistance, and the fourth line up is maximum resistance. These are key Fib levels based upon a special construction using my Fib Cluster Quatro software. Well, let's move the market forward and see what happened. Well, the market tried to get up to the line, almost got it there. Finally, it touched the line here and got right to our 89 line. Let's see what happened after that. Okay, remember, we're shorting the market under our main trend line because that's where we want to be short. That's key resistance. It's at a cluster level and at the 89 line. And you notice we're getting squat bars on a couple of these bars. Squat bars are probably the best kept secret in trading in that it predicts imminent market reversals. And there we go. We're starting to get a little market reversal. We get a little bounce back to the 89 line. And now full speed ahead to the downside. Okay, we're going to new lows here. New lows. Finally, we put in a bottom. Notice there's a squat on the bottom here on the very low bar. That indicates that the market will tend to reverse. Now, this is a $22 move from about 886 all the way down to 864, and each dollar represents $100 in the gold market. If you were fortunate enough to have 10 contracts on, you would have earned about $22,000 in a matter of several hours. Okay, now past performance is never indicative of future results, and futures is high-risk trading. So you got to be very careful on the amount of leverage you use. But let's see what happened. The market continued sideways with an upward bias here. You'll notice that we got this little white bar here, which we call our turn down bar on our ADX. That's a strong indication that a bottom is in place. That in combination with our squat bar is a pretty powerful evidence that we've seen the low in the gold market. And looks like we have. The market came back up, almost got back to the 89 line here. Another squat appeared. And finally we're down again. Okay. Well, now another squat appeared here and we got an up reversal. Go sideways into Friday, and that's where the market closed on Friday. Okay, again, this is Bernie Mitchell. You can get all this information on my website, www.feargreed.com. You can actually take and learn this method in our online training course, where you all inclusive with all these special proprietary indicators to trade any market, stocks, futures, options, indexes, exchange traded funds. All these indicators are what I use on a daily basis to trade all these markets. Anyway, if you have any questions, you can reach me at 480-393-0671. Please, after the market closes, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you may have. And in the meantime, have a great trading week, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.